Cazador's dungeon. With a special waypoint. Oh. Wonder what we will encounter
What in
here.
the hells? I never knew any of this was here.
Oh. I wonder how old this is. I mean, we know Astarion was a vampire spawn for 200 years, so Cazador also is at least 200 years old. Still, this looks huge. Cryptic gate. No, crypt gate. Wait. Not very pretty.
Just like the door to the ballroom upstairs, this door features no keyhole, but does have an indentation for a signet ring.
Let's press the Szar ring, signet ring, to the hollow in the door. Is it just that square one?
The ring slots perfectly into place, and the door opens, assailing you with pungent, musty air.
And I mean, look how huge it is, how many levels there are. How many rooms, but everything just seems to be destroyed and not in use any longer. Ooh, I think we entered a very interesting room. Meditations of a Vampire Lord. And there's even a bed there. The Journal of Cazador Szar. It records the movement and actions of his spawn, with particular attention paid to Astarion. Every order, failure and punishment is recorded with cold calculation. Only the most recent entries seem to betray any emotion. Astarion failed to return from his hunt this night. Good informed. He will have the pliers ready when the boy shows himself again. Still missing. I ought not to be surprised. The boy has always been troublesome. But to disappear now when we are all but ready, it's unconscionable even for him. I've dispatched the brute. They will find him and bring him home. And when they do, I will make him scream for this. Alright, Alistair. All the best. It has been days and he's still missing. No amount of pain has motivated his brothers and sisters to find him. It seems Baldur's Gate has swallowed him whole. I'm searching further afield, but my reach outside the city is limited. In the meantime, the hunt continues here. My spawns fail me. Astarion eludes me. I will have my due. Scroll of names. Names. Thousands of them. Many of the shore names would be familiar to a Baldurian, though some of those near the beginning of the list are of families now long disappeared. This is a list of names of people dating back centuries, but continuing right up to the present day.
Thousands of names. This couldn't be part of the ritual, could it?
Is it like all the spawn? Or something? Or like all the victims? Valyov. Is it a name? Is it the name of the skull?
On the pillow rests a skull with a scroll clamped in its bony jaws. The skull's empty eye sockets flare with an eldritch gleam. You feel invited somehow to witness the skull's memories. It seems urgent.
The skull's memories rise and unfold. Let them wash over you.
This skull is all that remains of the vampire Velioth. He turned Cazador, gave him the gift, and then taught him the rules of vampiric existence.
Ooh. Interesting. So Cazador was, I mean, of course, there's always like an earlier vampire. Interesting. And if the skull is called Valyov, I think nothing much is left of him. Garon concentrates on the memory. What is Valyov's first lesson? Owl's wisdom. Ah, nice. Thanks for announceability.
Velioth's first lesson is always to dominate. Allow none to be your equal. Velioth recalls when Cazador reached out to a former friend. His punishment was to watch as Velioth drained his friend dry.
Yeah. Garon concentrates on the memory. What is Velioth's second lesson? On the other hand, if you are not allowed to have an equal, why did Velioth create Cazador? Or was he just a spawn? But if he was just a spawn, how did he become a true vampire? I think the thing was that you have to drink the blood of the master for that. Huh. Maybe Cazador devised that. Thanks, guidance.
Velioth's second lesson is that power comes from solitude. To share with others is to be weak, and to be weak is to fail and die. Velioth recalls when Cazador rebelled against him. Cazador suffered 11 years of impalement.
Yikes.
Because he failed.
Apparently he tried again. Garon concentrates on the memory. What is Velioth's third lesson?
Velioth's third lesson is to act not in haste. A near immortal has time to plan, time
True.
to act only when others will pay the price of action. Velioth recalls Cazador, his lessons learned, killing him in the rite of perfect slaughter. How they both laughed.
What the heck?
Velioth recalls Cazador boiling the flesh from his skull, and then, to mock him, clamping his schooling scroll in Velioth's jaws. The skull's eyes flash a final time, and its jaws sag open. The scroll with all of Cazador's rituals is yours. Velioth is no more.
Even his precious rules.
Black Mass Scroll. Let's see what it says. Unfurling, the scroll reveals a list of foul rites and rituals, detailing all the ways death can be turned to one's advantage, or simply made more interesting. The rite of perfect slaughter, the thing Cazador did to his former master, the liturgy of the dead, the sacrament of the damned, and many more strange, accursed rituals cover the parchment. The final entry, however, is familiar, the rite of Profane Ascension. O piteous dead, O ravenous dead, immortality is your gift, but darkness is your prison, and hunger is gaoler. The rite of Profane Ascension will release you, walk in the sun, suffer not from hunger, grow your power beyond anything imagined. A pact has been made with the Lord of Hellfire. Deliver unto him 7,000 souls, each bearing an infernal mark, and you shall be free of your chains. You shall know true power. Deliver the souls, speak the words. Ecce Dominos hes anima offero in sacrificio, nunc volo postatem quam politicus es mihi. It would be nice to know a little Latin. Animas is to animate. Dominus, I think, like dominate. Sacrificio is sacrifice. Yeah, right. But the thing is, 7,000. We're not just talking about some vampire spawn. 7,000 people he's sacrificing. And the infernal mark is probably what Astarion has on his back. So there are so many people. And that means that this list here is all about the people Cazador wants to sacrifice. Thousands. It's insane. Definitely have to stop that. And I hope that we can really persuade Astarion. Also, I mean,
Someone there.
look at our approval.
Let's get going. This is all so grand. To think, it was just sitting here, lurking under the floor.
Do you think he built this dungeon just for the ritual? I don't think so. It looks way older, doesn't it?
I don't know. It feels older than that.
Right?
Who knows how old? But Cazador will want a grand space for his ascension. A venue like this feels perfect. Now we just need to see what lies at the heart of this place.
Oh boy.
The living may not be prevented from crossing a vampire's threshold, but that doesn't make us any more welcome. Tread carefully.
We definitely have to talk more with our companions about changing of events.
A vampire nest. You truly can find everything in the city. I'd better keep my throat protected.
Alright.
We'll catch a break.
Don't want to touch the door. What exactly is this entombing clot? The thing we need the signet ring for, but like, what does it do? I wonder if all those cages used to contain like people. Probably, right? Ah, we could go even lower.
Just like the door to the ballroom upstairs, the ring slots
Ooh,
Approaching the cells, you're met with hollow-eyed faces. There's an almost physical stink of decay and neglect.
Gods, these poor people.
They're disgusting. Cazador never fed on wretches like this.
Wow.
How did they get here? What is Cazador doing with them? I should have guessed there was more to it than Raphael would ever have told.
Yeah, I mean, we know the ritual now.
I know you. You're the one from the tavern. You smiled and joked and got me drunk.
No. You're dead.
You called me so many sweet things. My name sounded like a lyric on your tongue.
Oh,
Sebastian,
You remember me.
you were handsome. Shy. You'd never been kissed.
You taught me how. And then you destroyed me.
ouch. So there were never meals. They were always for the rite of Profane Ascension. Yikes.
Beneath the dirt and blood, you notice
Oh,
that
boy.
every prisoner has a rune carved into their flesh.
Oh, that's really... Oh gosh. That's horrible. Who is he?
It's not just him. I know so many of these faces. They're my conquests. I pursued them, seduced them, then brought them to Cazador. He told us he was feeding on them, but he turned them to spawn. He turned every last one, so we'd have souls for this cursed ritual.
How long?
What?
How long have I been down here?
Okay, we can let Astarion answer, we can persuade, we'll set you free. I wonder who we persuade. Or we could go and say the only thing that matters is killing Cazador. The thing is, do we want to set Vampire Spawn free? Especially if it's like thousands? Is that a good thing? On the other hand, they seem to have way more free will than imagined, kinda. Especially if we kill Cazador, can we set them free? It's complicated. We'll set you 3. At least we're working on that.
Free.
What happens to a spawn when the master dies?
We'll never be free while that monster lives.
That's why we're here. To destroy Cazador.
You can't. It's not possible.
Oh boy. Where's the key to your cell?
His staff. It controls everything. But he never sets it down. You'll never get it.
Guess we have to kill him. Where's he now?
The Grand Chamber. Just ahead. But even if you can kill him, what then? What happens to us?
That is a very good question. What does happen to Spawn? Like I said, we'll set you free. That depends on you. What do you want to happen? What do you want to happen?
I don't know. I just don't want to die. Whatever you do, just do it quickly. I can't go on waiting.
We'll be back.
Almost her
You
switch.
have my word.
What a horrible thing.
Just try to hold on.
And I just hope there's at least something in Astarion which resonates with that. But I don't know, and I don't want to be disappointed.
Gods above. He kept Sebastian. I should have known what Cazador was capable of.
He sounds less broken than me.
He's played us for such fools. Not just 7 spawn to placate the devil. 7 spawn and 7,000 souls bound to them in blood.
Ah.
Everyone, whoever trusted me enough to let down their guard, innocents, idiots, and the unlucky. It doesn't matter. I will need to sacrifice them all if I want to perform the ritual.
Yeah. The thing is, what to say, you can save them, or it is Cazador's cruelty, not yours, to have kept them alive in this way. You know, you can save them, Astarion.
What's the point? They're as good as dead. I thought they were dead. If they are unleashed, they will cause incredible carnage. They will be ravenous. They must die.
Wouldn't the
Better
same
they
go for
serve a
Astarion
purpose.
with that reasoning? I mean, isn't he like... I mean, yeah, he's not like like a morally great and good character, but like he still improved and did good stuff with us. So, and I mean, currently he's down on the path to just become another Cazador, like Cazador after I can't remember names. The other vampire. You know, there is still hope for them. You got out. You got better.
They're in a state far beyond anything that ever happened to me. Decades of hatred will have piled up inside of them. I can't even begin to imagine. We must find Cazador. This must end. Well, you clearly want to say something.
Mm-hmm. I just want to know if you'll actually set those prisoners free.
I'm not sure. I've been weighing my options. On the one hand, they're the key to my unlocking eternal power and freedom. On the other,
At what cost?
well, it's my fault they're here. Yes, it was Cazador's command. I had no choice, but it seems now I do.
You know, you should read them. You kind of owe them that.
And what am I owed? What about the injustices I've suffered? Am I not entitled to anything?
Yes.
All
not
that matters now is killing Cazador. I've earned that, if nothing else. We can deal with the prisoners when the time is right. After all, they're not going anywhere.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I kind of just hope for a touch more empathy. Is that a sarcophagus? Huh. Eating of Leon. That's the sorcerer. And there are some werewolves. And I think that's Cazador. Quick save. I'm so nervous and excited to see how this is going to go, and I really hope we can push Astarion to do something right. I mean, yeah, I can't begin to imagine how horrible the whole thing must have been, but like, at least a little compassion for those who suffered. Like him, or like even worse, cause like way longer. Velioth, that was the name. Vampires before Velioth. Our illustrious predecessors breathed notes on the succession of master vampires in Baldur's Gate by Lady Incognita. All dates Dale reckoning. Wow, so many. Long line of vampires and always one spawn replacing the master. So yeah, Astarion will just continue that. Aravesk the Forebearer, Zoltan Farr the Eviscerator, Madame Talon the Well-Preserved, the Interregnum, Temporary Suppression by Lathandarians, Legus the Coryphée, who let us spawn in ecstatic blood dances, Dix Nightbander, Fabler the Fleeting, Hideous Gothwick, who knew not satiety, Donald Lazar, the Architect, opened the Termalan Depths. Another Tsar, Velioth the Martinate, Cazador the Avid. Like almost 200 years. No, more than 200 years. We're in the 90s.
Looking ahead.
Interesting. I wonder if Astarion would react differently if we had more affinity with him. Oh well, we will see. Sacrifice lamp. Entity cannot move or take actions, bonus actions or reactions while enveloped in vampiric magic. If Cazador draws power from all the spawns bound this way 3 times, he will ascend. Cazador's a vampire lord. 208. can't be surprised. Okay, I'm wondering
whatever it
if we
takes.
should, like, prepare some more spells. But maybe I'm just anxious. I don't know.
Ah, excellent choice.
Can we cast, what looks irresistible dance a creature, so probably also an undead. Let's also go for a Myrmidon,
Moving in.
just in case. Just hope for the best.